Hi, this is a short video on how to beat the coronavirus. We're going to add in some humor, a little bit of fun to it. It is a serious situation right now, so take precaution. We're going to use some words in here to catch your attention that are tied to science so that it isn't so geeked out. For those of you that don't enjoy that, for those of you that do, you'll be encouraged by this too. So the 4 key points we're going to talk about: hierarchy. So we're going to use words to tie these things together. Weird science, the immune system, it's kind of weird, kind of neat. The equalizer, prevention. So remember, things that help you remember. Prevention is what we're going to talk about. This is sponsored by Spotless Janitorial in Wichita, Kansas. Make sure you contact a local cleaning organization in your town if you need help with step 4. Prevention. And then also there's the Rock there. So if COVID was in WWE, or if we could have a one-on-one fight, that's who I'm picking. I'm picking the Rock. He's gonna take on COVID if this was a one-on-one fight. Who would you pick? Drop a comment. Who would you take in a one-on-one fight with COVID? All right, coronavirus structure. Let's talk about what it is. What is a virus? So we need to define what this is before we can break it down. A virus is an infectious particle. So it's not a cell or bacteria. It's commonly an acid module in a protein coat. So if you look over here at the membrane where all the arrows are pointing, it has a membrane. We're going to talk about that when we talk about the equalizer. Make sure you understand that piece of it. It has a membrane. It is not a cell. It is not a bacteria. And then we're also going to add some movie stuff in here since everybody's at home in quarantine. Define it, and it ain't so scary. So it is kind of a scary movie to some people. Next up, so we're building the hierarchy right now. So we talked about a virus. It's a particle. It's not a cell or bacteria. In the human organism, human body, human life, we have 39 trillion bacteria compared to 30 trillion cells. And then when it comes to viruses, we have some. So bacteria is the top of the hierarchy. Bacteria, then cells, and then viruses. If you look to the right, you look at some of the most common human cells you may be familiar with: neurons, brain cells, blood cells, muscle cells. There's 6 major cells that help us operate, live, breathe, function as human beings. And we'll talk about the bacteria in the immune system next. Let's get back to the hierarchy. Viruses can't grow without host cells. The host cells are protected by the immune system that's compromised of bacteria. Viruses are frenemies. All right, so how do we help the immune system? We'll break it down here in a minute, but how do you help it? Do so. So when you think of Miyagi, Karate Kid, do or do not. Yoda, do so. So we're going to use this acronym to beat the frenemies, who are the viruses. So do these 3 things on purpose, daily at peak. Could be a 60-second peak. Could be whatever you're most comfortable with. Wax on. So think of wax on when you do these 3 things on purpose. pH balance is very important. Alkaline foods and water compete with acidic threats. Motion, pretty simple. Growing versus dying. Get up and walk. If you walk, run. If you run, bike. Just do something. Take an extra step. Stay in motion daily. Breathing, oxygen in versus carbon dioxide out. Pretty fundamental. Slow your breathing or speed it up, depending on which is more challenging for you. And like I said, 30 seconds, 60, anything you can do incrementally will help. So these 3 occur efficiently and effectively in your body. This is wax off. Just chill. So temperatures are commonly your body, your cells, your immune system working together to try to evacuate the foreign threat. So when you get a temperature, the symptom may be painful. It's a good sign that your body's trying to burn out foreign threats. You can't sweat them out. Your body temperature can help evacuate them. Chew. Sneezing, boogers, snot bubbles, the nasty stuff, same thing here. This is your immune system and your human cells trying to evacuate foreign threats. Bow wow. The letter P in your son's favorite emoji. These things we use, our body uses every day to evacuate foreign threats, things that we don't need to function. Do so. Wax on, wax off, whatever makes the most sense to you, do so, or inflammation will do you. Inflammation is a bad sign, and it will do you in. Avoid inflammation. So tip number 1, we're going to talk about the gut biome. This is where we get into weird science and the immune system. We're going to blaze through this. If you want more information, Christine Northrup, she's an MD, has excellent information on social media, YouTube, a great source of detailed information. So functional medicine prompts the 4 R's: remove, replace, reinoculate, and repair. The weird science is 80% of your immune system is in your microbiome, which is your body's bacteria. Remember, we talked about bacteria being at the top of the hierarchy. 39 trillion bacteria in the human body. And this is what helps our body with about every process. Weird science, if you remember Chet, right? When he got the script flipped on him, he got turned into whatever you want to call it. Let's call it weird science. The immune system is what he got turned into. And then there's a pretty neat YouTube video down at the bottom. I'll have it in the link of this video too if you want to click on it, that talks in great detail in a very practical level about the immune system and how it functions. It's a really neat video. I think it's I can't remember who it's from. It's a really good video. Okay, tip number 2, ACV, apple cider vinegar. In approximately 400 BC, Hippocrates used fruit vinegars to heal wounds, inflammations, coughs, and infections. Once again, there's a link we'll drop in the bottom of this video or in this post so that you can see it. Go visit that site. Do your own research. The benefits of ACV, the mechanics. Let's say the virus is the competitor in this situation. Here's what apple cider vinegar is able to do. It destroys outer membranes. So we talked about the membrane. Even though viruses are not cells and bacteria, they still have a membrane. And ACV has the ability to destroy outer membrane of anything it comes in contact with that it's breaking down. So when it comes to viruses, it can destroy the outer membrane, inhibit replication, prevent it from replicating. It consumes the energy of the virus, increases some fancy scientific things, osmotic pressure. Google that word if you don't understand what it means. And then promote generation of antibacterial peptides in host cells. This is what ACV does. And then the equalizer. We call it the equalizer. So it's the not on my watch. When you think about Denzel and the equalizer, not on my watch. Not letting it happen. Or not going out without a fight. Apple cider vinegar. PMs. Now we're talking about preventative maintenance. Prevention. Professional restoration and cleaning. So remember the hierarchy: bacteria, cells, viruses. Even the most pristine, clean kitchens and bathrooms have hidden mold risks. Right? So this is where you can contact local companies. Make sure they're IICRC certified. That's the training they need to go through to make sure that they're using the proper chemicals, using the proper preventative maintenance tricks, techniques, tips, so that they're not coming in contaminating your areas even worse. Use of air scrubbers is very important. Air purifiers will not clean toxins. Air scrubbers will. And then also some of the deep steam cleaning that you can use to get rid of foreign particles, and then also other threats that could be viruses, could be dust, could be pollen, things that inhibit or don't help your cells and your bacteria is what this deep cleaning helps with. Local shout out to Spotless Janitorial. Of course, these are the folks who are sponsoring this. Remember, contact someone who does residential and commercial cleaning and restoration in your local town. Get some certified help and support with some of this deep cleaning. It's very important. It helps the restoration and cleaning help inhibit growth of these viruses, pollens, things that you could come in contact with. Last but not least, one of my favorite rappers alive. If Lil Wayne was telling us about the hierarchy, I'm sure he'd explain 39 trillion bacteria, 30 trillion cells. And for viruses, some is the math. Another way to remember. In one of his best songs ever, he says, so this would be him talking to a virus. I am the... You're just poop stains. Alright, take care. I hope this video was fun. It's filled with facts and fiction. The science side, our facts, do your research on them. The fiction side was a little fun with Lil Wayne, The Rock, Karate Kid, and a few others that hopefully kept this exciting. As I mentioned, we'll have some of the links in the post, in the video. Please share with other people who may be fearful. We'll work through this together, and we'll come out better. All right, take care. Thanks.